All right, little late night update on SoFi here, guys. Let's break down the charts as we're heading into this brand new week. Which, by the way, SoFi after the bell on Friday. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it went up another like 50, 60 cents. Insane. And by the way, the futures right now are up across the board. The S&P futures, let's see, up around 0.25%. Dow actually 0.5%, very good, as the Nasdaq and the Russell 0.3 each. So futures are up. And by the way, it's 9:45 p.m. when I'm making this video, little impromptu late night video. And yeah, man, let's just talk about what's going on. Actually, wait, is this from after the bell Friday or yeah? Actually, no. It looks like right now in the overnight market, SoFi is creeping up a bit. So yeah, Thinkorswim shows the overnight market, whatever you want to call it, on the charts now. So you can see it's SoFi's up to what, like 1765. It was at 1775 earlier, so it wasn't actually after the bell on Friday. But now, heading into the new week, looks like we're getting a big pop, which makes my situation a bit interesting here, guys, considering I sold $16 covered calls about a week and a half ago. No, actually not a week and a half ago, more like 2-3 weeks ago. I forget when it was exactly, but those expire on July 11th, and now we're over $16, obviously. So I might have to, cough up some shares, or most likely I'm going to buy these calls back so I don't have to get my shares called away. Most likely that's what I'm going to do, but man, these calls are going to get more expensive tomorrow, which puts me in a little bit more of a hole, but we'll see. I still think we're due for a pullback, which we might as well start talking about right now. Look, SoFi's filled the gap from $15 to $17.15 essentially in like 3-4 days. So this is up around what? Let's see, 14% in about 4 days. It's a little overbought, man, especially now that we're breaking out here. I mean, then again, if we pull up the 4-hour chart, we could go up to 18, to be honest, 1850, but that'd be even crazier. But just look at how overbought this is here. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on. We haven't had a red day in like 5 days on the stock. We're up from 1450 actually from just a week ago. So this is due for a pullback, and that's kind of what I'm banking on here. So again, you guys know I sold the $16 calls that expire on July 11th. Well, what I'm, most likely going to do is wait for the pullback, wait for the calls to come down in price, right? Before July 11th, and then I'll be able to, buy them back at a cheaper price. Hopefully, if this thing pulls back. Even if it doesn't pull back, honestly, guys, I'm gonna be really watching it throughout the days. I'm gonna get out of those calls, the ones that I sold. And the key thing, guys, when you're selling covered calls, especially on a stock that you want to own for the long term, don't sell it. Don't sell calls on your entire position, because then your whole position gets called away. Make sure you do it, unless you want to. I mean, do whatever you want, right? Make sure you do it on like a certain amount, whatever you're comfortable with. For me, I do it with like 30% or something. Nothing too crazy, but it's up to you what you want to do there. But yeah, I think we're due for a pullback on SoFi. That's just the honest truth heading into this week here, guys. And we might get it in the back half of the week. Who knows? But for now, futures are up, and SoFi in the overnight markets is moving. We're up another 60 cents, 50, 60 cents. It's really moving. But overall, it's going to pull back at some point, and it needs to see a healthy pullback. And a healthy pullback would be, let's say if it hit $18, all right, from there, maybe we go back down to 16. Maybe we come back down to this 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which is kind of where we've held over the last couple of months. So that's what I'm watching out for right now. Obviously, I'm still long the stock. I'm not selling shares because we're overbought. I'm just saying, with my covered calls here that I sold, I'm waiting on the pullback to get out of those. Because I just think we're overbought. I think we're going to get a pullback in the next couple of days. And, who knows? Maybe we crash to $15 and all of a sudden those $16 calls I sold we're back under 16. I might just let them ride at that point, but probably not. I'd probably still get out. Either way, what do you guys think? Let me know. I'm ranting at this point, but that's kind of what I'm thinking here. And by the way, earnings are coming up very soon. They're coming hot, guys. 28th of July. So we have about a month, but I mean, geez, it's already June. Summer's flying. The year is flying. What's another month, right? That's going to go by like that. And we're going to have SoFi's earnings, and I'm pumped about those. So, yeah, I'm going to be, a bit cautious with options now because earnings are coming up. Got to keep that, in the back of your mind when you're trading options around earnings time. Very volatile time, so you got to be careful there. Even if you're selling options, you got to realize or kind of know what you're doing, obviously. But, yeah, at this point, that's what I'm thinking, and let me show you guys. And by the way, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, let me show you now these futures, which, well, we're hitting all-time highs, guys. We're hitting all-time highs. Up another 0.25%, and we hit all-time highs on SPY last week. I think on Friday we hit one. Either way, another one just now in the futures market. We're hitting highs. And, I mean, hey, this breakout, I think some Goldman Sachs analysts are saying 6,500 this year, S&P. It's totally possible. Now that we're starting to break out here, we're starting to take the highs out from back in February. So you guys got to realize, if I pull a SPY up here, we crashed all the way to 480. And it took us, about 2 months to recover those losses, 27% rally. And just now we're taking out the highs from February and all the way back from, November. Think about that. So just now we're hitting all-time highs essentially for the first time since November. So, yeah, that's like 8 months ago, 8 months ago. So this breakout here could actually take us to that Goldman Sachs target. Or I forget if it was Goldman Sachs or whatever. But it was 6,500. We could get there. I don't know about this year necessarily, but if I actually pull up SPX here, you guys can see we're at 6173 on the S&P index. Could it get to 6,500? I think it could, but I don't know. Will a rate cut get us there? Maybe 2. You know what I mean, guys? And let's see. How much higher do we have to go to actually get to 6,500? It's a good, it's actually not that crazy. Oh, man. It's less than I thought. Wow, 5-6%, not much at all. So if the S&P 500, honestly at this point, I thought it was more. I don't know. My mental math's off. I'm making a video at 10 o'clock, guys. My bad. But 5%, yeah, if we had a crazy week this week, we could get that. Not saying we're going to do that, of course. I don't think we're going to do that. But, yeah, by the end of the year, could we get to 6,500, 5-6%? I think we could. But we'll see. We'll see. Overall, guys, though, keep in mind, the breakout is here. Again, we're taking these highs out that we haven't really broken out of since November, and it's almost July. We have one more day in June here, guys. Almost July, right? So I think this could lead us to a lot, and maybe not a lot higher, right? We don't know, but I think this could push us higher potentially in the short term. Same on QQQ, same thing. It's now fully breaking out, first time in months, and I think I don't know what the target is on this, but I think we could be going a lot higher. So I'll leave it at that. Futures are up. SoFi is pushing higher, but be careful. I think it is a bit overbought. I'm not buying it here. Again, I went over my strategy or what I'm doing earlier. Make sure to go rewind, watch that. But yeah, that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the email stock newsletter. It's free. Check out my Patreon for my portfolio updates, linked down below. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.